This is Team One Buzz, a group of 4 young engineers who are using technology in a bid to solve some of the world's toughest problems. The team came together to compete in a worldwide competition held by Microsoft called the Microsoft Imagine Cup.
So the Imagine Cup is a student-based technology competition. So essentially students are asked to come up with new and innovative ways to solve the world's toughest issues.
Over 325,000 students from 142 countries around the world have come together in a bid to tackle issues such as reducing child mortality, ending hunger and poverty, and combating widespread disease. Team One Buzz is the winner of the New Zealand leg of the competition. Out of 300 entries nationwide, they had the winning idea of creating a new system to combat malaria.
Malaria is a global epidemic, so about 300 million people get malaria each year, and almost 1 million people die because of it. So the thing about malaria is it's treatable and it's curable if you get access to the right resources at the right time at the right place.
A disease that is widespread in tropical areas, it is most prevalent in countries such as Africa and India, where there is not enough money and resources allocated in order to combat the disease effectively.
Because what's happening right now is a lot of the information is out there, but it's paper-based. So we're digitizing the information and making it readily available to everyone so that they can collaborate more effectively, I guess.
Two biggest things that people are doing in fighting it is spraying of pesticides and larvicide, and second thing is using medicine to cure the disease. Now, in terms of spraying, most people just use a brute force mechanism, that they just take spray canisters and go in regions and spray till the canisters are finished. That method is not very efficient. So what we're doing is we're using satellite images, which are already there. We're using them to actually find where the population centers are of people, and if there are water bodies close by that are breeding grounds of malaria. And based on that, we create a prioritized map system that can tell where is it best to spray.
The team were invited by the National Institute of Malaria Research in India in order to gain a more hands-on understanding of the problem.
And because we wanted to go see the problem firsthand, this wasn't just engineers sitting in the lab. We wanted to see, well, what are we actually going to create that the person on the street can use?
And this is not the first time the team have put their minds together in a bid to combat global issues. 2 of the team members, Vinny and Kayo, were part of a team that came 3rd in the global finals last year.
So we looked up and we saw that there were laptops in remote regions, but most of them were disconnected because there's no phone lines or 3G internet connections. So we found a way to transmit any digital file over radio using just sound. So we convert a digital file into sound, play that over a radio network, and then it gets converted back to the digital file on the laptop. It can be anything. It can be a PDF, it can be a Word document, it can be educational material, classroom curriculum, health information, or even farming practices, because most of these regions are in remote areas.
Competing on a global level taught the boys some valuable lessons.
That was really good. We got to see all the best of all the teams around the world, and there was some really interesting ideas there. And we were really awestruck, quite frankly. What we learned is it's not just about the idea, it's about how you actually get out there and, get this idea out there. It's not just about thinking of the idea, but putting it into implementation, and that's what we're concentrating on this year a lot.
Microsoft technology advisor Ryan Tarek is confident that the team have a strong concept when it comes to competing against the best the world has to offer.
So I'm confident that the team, have a great idea. They're definitely a great team, confident team. They're technically sound. And it really comes down to how well they judge on a global basis. So we don't really know what the other teams are that are competing in the competition. We'll find that out later in the piece, but I'm very confident the team will do well.
Armed with their new innovation, the team have beat numerous other teams in a second qualifying round for a coveted spot at the worldwide finals taking place in New York next month. Driving the team in their pursuit of success is the impact that their work will have on the malaria-ravaged communities.
Well, I think the biggest thing that we saw was this is a problem that's not just the government is fighting or NGOs is fighting. This is an ongoing process which is affecting communities. So they want to be involved in the process to fight back. That's a very important thing. They want to be empowered with the tools that they need so that they can take part in the fight against malaria.
For now, the team are concentrating on fine-tuning their idea in a bid to ensure that this time around they take out the top spot.